Hey guys, Dr. Kerby here with my wife, Noelle Kerby. And today I wanted to share with you some tips and tricks for when you decide to get caught in blasting social media or disassociating from wanting to have a real conversation with your spouse or your friends, and you catch yourself just on your phone all the time. Or you could be doing, what would be other examples of,
like, as far as disassociating?
Yeah, that you see.
Just not paying attention to your kids, hopping on emails, distracting yourself. It could be anything on your phone, not just social media. It could be you're in a room full of people, but you're just staring off and not engaging in the people that are around you.
So all external things. You're not living a life in here and feeling and connecting with others and living in your heart. And what could be causing that? There could be many things causing that. And I want to show you 5-step technique that can get you out of that, so you can engage as a couple, you can better engage with your coworkers, with your kids, with your friends. And the first step that I'll have Noelle go through this, and if she was doing this, I'll just talk through, is I would first just breathe. Close your eyes and just breathe. And when we find our breath, we're getting back internal, because it keeps us not grabbing our phone, not doing any of the disassociating things, all the external things, and not looking for those quick dopamine hits. And then once we follow our breath and get internal, we're going to feel, okay, what's going on inside? We're going to feel and scan our body. And then we're going to, after we feel, what would be an example that you would feel?
Feeling restless or overwhelmed, or feeling anxious, or the anxiety of all the things that you have to do and you've got to get done, and the to-do projects just constantly going through your head.
And where would you typically feel an example of that? Like
probably shoulders, maybe up here, breathing, kind of that more anxious breathing and thoughts.
Okay, that makes sense. So you've breathed, you felt it, and then to identify it, that anxious feeling. So say you felt like this burden, I would want you to actually see it maybe as a weight on your chest, or a giant anvil, like those big, almost like an animated thing, I'd say. And then you would imagine it, you could see it in front of you. You're like, oh, this huge weight. And then that's the identifying it step. So we breathed, we felt where it was, we've identified it. And then what we're going to do after we see it, we're going to, with our fingers, imagine Jesus gives us his perfect blood. And we're going to put that red circle around that. Say it's a big weight, like I said, an anvil. And it could look at this, because you're so stressed, it could be like as big as the house, or the more you can get the detailed imagination of it, the better. And then we see that perfect blood of Jesus dissolve it down to nothing. So it doesn't even exist anymore, however long that takes. And then when she dissolved it, and then you will literally reprogram yourself right then and there where it's gone. You should feel lighter.
Yep. And
then we would replace it. And you would say, what would you like to replace it with?
For me, a visualization of the cross, or Jesus, or perfect light coming down from heaven. Anything that's a more positive visualization to kind of center myself back to the blood of Jesus and him, and that I can just give those burdens over. For myself, that's the biggest image that can come to my mind.
Yep. And then once you've done with that, you go back and you will find yourself able to connect with others better. And then if something else comes up again, you just repeat this, and you will notice you'll be more engaged with all those around you. And that's what God designed us, to engage with others at a heart level. Hope this helped you. God bless you. And we will give you some new tips and tricks later.
Bye.
Bye.